KATU and you, the spirit of the Northwest.
Are you looking for a health plan designed with your lifestyle in mind? HealthNet's Diamond 15 plan offers affordable health insurance plans for individuals and families like yours that demand value for their health care dollars. And HealthNet's Diamond 15 plan includes coverage for services you won't find on most other plans, including a comprehensive network of physicians and hospitals. Call HealthNet today at 1-866-541-8922. HealthNet of Oregon, for the health nut in you.
Gas Saver, smart buy or scam. Tonight on KATU News.
It's Tuesday, May 23rd, coming up live on The View. From whether Madonna's finally crossed the line, to how Oprah's weighing in with her very own diet book, to why the Dixie Chicks say they'll never come back to The View, the ladies are fired up for Hot Topics. Plus, the ladies are trying to get Edie Falco to squeal about this season's last episode of The Sopranos. Then, the man who beat the competition on American Inventor is revealing how the tragic loss of his daughter inspired him to create the invention that won it all. Plus, we're getting your legs beach ready by showing you the latest technology that gets rid of cellulite and spider veins instantly. And R&B star Neo is singing his latest hit. All that and the hot topics you want to hear, coming up live on The View.
Now, we are not thin-skinned women at all, right? We're not. We're not like that at all. But what is up with the Dixie Chicks? First, you know, they alienate their fan base by going after President Bush. Now, they have gone too far in Time magazine. We are furious. Joy.
Yeah, well, yes, there's a quote in Time magazine that really ticked me off this morning. Hey, you know, normally I sort of like these girls.
No, not ticked off. You are furious.
I was furious, yeah.
All right.
They're going to be touring in July,
yes,
okay?
They've got a new CD coming out.
All right,
I'm not buying it.
To flog the record, okay? Natalie's new motto, quote unquote, is, what would Bruce Springsteen do, says Robinson, whatever her name is, laughing. Not that we're of that caliber, but here's the good part. Would Bruce Springsteen do The View? They're not doing The View. These girls, it's like I really liked them because I agree with their politics, as many people know. But this is obnoxious. We started these girls on this show.
Back in 1998.
They were nothing.
We are furious. Back in 1998, they couldn't get arrested, and we were one of the first national shows to give them a platform because they deserve a platform. They're incredibly talented performers.
Yeah.
And you know what? They seemed like they were having a very good time when co-host Debbie Matenopoulos was interviewing them. Take a look.
Sure, thank you. And I heard that you guys are also getting a your first tour bus tomorrow. Is that true?
Yes, we've been on a pink RV for 6 years, taking turns driving and everything. So finally we get our own bunk and a bus, and we just can't wait.
Well, then maybe I'll come with you on tour.
Y'all are all invited.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're inviting. Yeah. Yeah.
They got too big for us.
Well, they did, but you know.
They don't want, I mean, it's...
But it is sort of their MO. You know that back in, I guess it was 2003, the eve of the Iraq War, and they were in London, and one of the singers, Natalie Maines, she said to the audience, we're ashamed that Bush is from Texas, which is their home state. Then the country music fans went crazy. They apologized, and she has since said, you know what? I take the apology back. I don't like the way this country is headed, and if you don't like it, fans... Yeah. Go.
I love when people make those kind of comments when they're not in the United States. Like, they go somewhere else where it's safe, and then they dog their own country.
It should be safe here to make those comments.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's socially safe.
Well, plenty of artists have made
but a lot of
comments.
people say it was pandering.
Right.
Because if you're in an audience that is an anti-Bush audience, to say, you know, just to let you all know, we're ashamed that he comes from our state, you know, you're going to get a big woo, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the argument was that was pandering. And so now, because the president's numbers are in the toilette, to say, I really don't care about him, and no, I don't apologize, and bleh, then you're again pandering. So that's what the argument is.
It's one thing to diss the Bush administration. It's treason to diss The View. That's
exactly.
Amen. All right.
know there are a number of artists and book authors that have come on this show that we had the opportunity to launch, and they've been very supportive and loving. So not just to emphasize the little ungrateful women of the Dixie Chicks, to emphasize we want to say thank you to everybody who has come and has reaped a benefit and has sold records, like Neo, who is coming on the show a little later on.
But it's the other thing about it, I just have to say,
we can't get off it, can we? We're like dogs.
Because it's against the sisterhood. This is a woman's show that's a woman's group. You don't put the knock on another woman's show. It's one thing when the boys do it, but when the girls do it, it's wrong. It's
that's a very good point.
They make social statements. This is a perfect place for them.
We're the only show that does what we do.
Yeah.
We're like the Dixie Chicks with big mouths. Yes.
Exactly. I don't blame if they don't want to come on this little show. I mean, she may not be a Dixie Chick, but Madonna has been on our show. You know, she's been on.
That's right.
She's not a Dixie Chick, but she is Madonna. She is back on tour, actually, and she's alienating a lot of Catholics because of this mock crucifixion that she does with a cross and the thorns and the whole thing. But you know what they're doing? And I think this is so smart. They're not calling for a boycott. What they've done is they've decided to just label her pathetic.
The worst.
They said she doesn't even deserve a boycott. That's very clever strategy. It's worse.
It's always, I mean, because there's a thin line between love and hate. Yeah. The worst thing is indifference. So, you know, because both love and hate,
care enough about
both love and hate, just like passion, and there's emotion with it.
Yeah.
Indifference is like, whatever.
Well, you can't get much worse. There's nothing we can do to help you.
To say that you're pathetic is the real crucifixion. Let's put it that way. And how come the other Christians are not after her, just the Catholics?
I don't know who's after her, other than the Catholics. There may be others.
She's Catholic girl, that's right.
Well, that's probably
She reads the Kabbalah, but, you know, she's like a Catholic.
Like a virgin, like a Catholic.
I know.
Yeah. Well, she's always, Madonna does the provocative thing. She refuses to just stay in her box, you know what I mean? And I think
But is it provocative or is it just really without anything?
She's generating conversation, and the more conversation we have, the more records you sell, the more records you sell, the more she gets to be Madonna.
She sees what's happening with the Da Vinci Code. She knows what's going on. She's a very smart woman. She's marketed for years and decades. So I think she's picking up on that and kind of bringing it back.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it, really, to use sacred icons and images, and you're an artist, and that's what you do.
And then there's nothing wrong with people finding that it's vulgar or upset.
They can say,
I'm not going to go.
Look, it's still art. A lot of people thought Picasso was vulgar, and now he's the greatest of the 20th century. I mean, that's the way it is with artists. You take a shot. She never went after Muhammad, though. That would be a stretch.
Well, then
she'll get in trouble.
Then she'll have a death threat against her, for sure. You know, I'm just thinking of another loser that was just on this show, Oprah. That loser. She was just on this show. Another one, not a Dixie Chick, but she was here. Another loser on our show. She just signed this book deal for, I guess it's weight management or weight control, and she's getting a big fat advance, I must say. Sources say more than $12 million, more than $20 million. If that's correct.
It'll be the #1 advance in the history of book advances. So see, I mean, might not be a Dixie Chick, but she's doing all right.
I think she'll actually have some like helpful things to help people, you know, get their weight down. My only concern is that there's this surge now. You know, we're kind of fighting two things. We're fighting childhood obesity, we're trying to find people, you know, where they can get healthy again. But then there's this surge and it reminded me today of this when I was reading the Post, and they were talking about the makeovers that the kids go through and the contestants go through on American Idol. Yeah. They go through the machine, and there's this obsession about weight.
Not an actual machine.
No, the Hollywood machine. And I've heard people say this before, but I saw Howard Stern had a quote this morning in the Post, and it said something to the nature of Catherine McPhee needed to lose the weight. I'm glad she started, you know, dropping the 15 pounds. And a lot of people have said this. He's not the only one to say it, but I do feel, though, that's dangerous. She's a healthy girl. She's beautiful. She's young. And to say that she needs to lose 15 pounds, I think, could be so damaging to her and other kids her age.
Simon is on that show all the time? He's always talking about people's weight and...
I just, you know, though, it's so sensitive, I think, especially when you're talking about a girl who's already healthy and beautiful and at where she should be weight-wise. And I just think it was a dangerous thing to say.
But it's all around us. Even on this show, we're constantly obsessed with weight. I'm guilty of it like everybody else. Every woman in this audience understands they want to lose that 10 pounds. It's constant.
But she's just 23.
You can't lay it on just one guy. It's everywhere.
But maybe it's everybody's responsibility to not send that message all the time.
But even the book you're talking about, Oprah's writing a weight control book. All these weight control books Chicks constantly filtering in on us.
But a loss of 10 pounds is different from, you know, the arguments that people are making concerning morbid obesity.
Yes.
Those are valid concerns and valid weight loss issues and valid, you know, things. But the ladies, when we start talking about losing our 10, 15, valid for us, but I think the point is you just don't want to put that pressure on young girls.
No,
because
it doesn't stop at 10 or 15. Then they go, oh, you look so much better. And then it's, oh, well, if I lost another 10.
Right, and that's what the young
ladies have been talking about.
When I came out of Australia after Survivor, people told me, oh, you look great, you look great. I was 96 pounds, okay? Some people were twisted. That stuck with me, and it's still something that, you know, I deal with today. Did you think when you looked in the mirror after all those people, you look great? Did you think, oh, I do look great? No, but it makes you think, well, did I look bad before when I was a normal weight? I mean, people say things and it sticks, and I just think there's a responsibility that
distorted
people
body
should take.
Well, did anybody tell Ruben stuttered that he needed to knock off a few?
Yeah, they did say it.
In those days?
But you know, men always get a pass that women don't.
Well, he was unhealthily fat.
Oh, all right, we got to go. The Dixie Chicks are on the line. No, they're not. We'll be right back.
You'll find something new every day at Chico's. For store locations and a catalog with a special savings certificate, call 800-880-5145 or log on to chicos.com. Chico's is beautiful.
At Breyers, we're churning out an ice cream with double the excitement, double the wonder, double the enjoyment, double the fun. Introducing Double Churned from Breyers, our richest, creamiest ice cream ever. We think you'll find it doubly amazing. Double Churned, only from Breyers, the new taste of ice cream.
Hair color that wrecks your hair or protects your hair. Bingo. New Natural Instincts actively helps protect your hair. It has 30% more active protection than the leading hair color. You get more protection and more healthy-looking shine than before you colored. Plus, a weekly color treat conditioner to keep your color shining. So, active protection or neglect and rejection? I think you know who is just more you. Natural Instincts, new from Clairol.
One hot summer morning, the townspeople awoke to discover drifts of delicious Splenda no-calorie sweetener, offering refreshing relief from the heat. Splenda tastes like sugar because it's made from sugar, so it adds just the right touch of sweetness to your favorite beverages, but without all the calories to spoil the joy. That's the magic of Splendaville.
Bring more to the table in only 90 seconds with Uncle Ben's Ready Rice.
There's an easier way to save the white. Clorox Bleach Pen Gel, the stain remover made for white.
Heartburn? Painful. Zantac. Okay. Better? Completely. Zantac's fast. Maximum strength Zantac after a meal quickly relieves heartburn.
Dinner?
Sure.
Zantac?
First.
Prevents?
Definitely. Zantac's fast. Maximum strength Zantac before a meal prevents heartburn. Heartburn? Yeah. Prescription? Slow. The leading prescription can take a day or more to fully work. Zantac. Better. Zantac's fast. For heartburn, why wait? Zantac's fast.
It's an ordinary day.
With Playtex Gentle Glide, it's just another day. It's the only tampon with not one but two soft layers for incredible protection. The right protection makes all the difference. Playtex, it's just another day.
Well, she may not be a Dixie chick, but Hillary Clinton was on our show. As a matter of fact, I remember that. She's on the New York Times front page story for the Clintons' delicate dance of married and public lives. Now, he's never been on our show, right?
No, we've been
we've been asking, but she was on, and
he's dating the Dixie Chicks.
Well, you know, this whole article is about the fact that they're rarely together, and partly it's because they both have crazy schedules, but also for political reasons, because she's probably going to run for president. That's conventional wisdom. And do you think it's better that he's not around her? A lot of political pundits say, yeah. It draws attention away from her. It reminds people of his presidency if you had issues with it. And a lot of people think he's a better speaker, too.
I think
so she doesn't look so good when he's there.
I feel like the people who support her have moved beyond that. You know what I mean? The whole Clinton under the desk little thing that happened.
It wasn't little.
I know.
How do you know?
Well, we'll ask anyway. I think they've moved beyond that, is I guess what I'm saying, and I feel as though the people who don't support her, it would probably, I think she needs him to be by her side.
I think he's an asset as well.
You don't support her, right?
Not politically. No. I think she's qualified. I think she's an intelligent woman. She doesn't have the likability for me.
Why do you have to like him?
Why
because
not?
that's part of it. You do end up liking the
when you
person
vote for somebody, you have to like. I think and she ticked a lot of people in my generation off last week or the week before when she had comments about Generation Y being supposedly lazy and not understanding what work is and having high expectations when they go into a job.
You know, her daughter called her on that also.
I'm sure she
did. Definitely. I mean, it was interesting. We never get to talk about it, but I wanted you to know that you were upset about it, and her daughter called her on it. New York Times did a front page story how her daughter said, "Mom, we're not lazy." And we worked really, really,
and what did Hillary say back?
And she said, you know what, you're right, and I was wrong to say it like that.
On the other hand, there is a sense of entitlement. I think that's what she was trying to say, but she lumped everybody together.
And she actually said, I just wanted to convey that we expect more of this generation because of what was given. So her daughter called her on it.
I'm glad she did.
Well, we left them with such a mess, too. I mean, boy, talk about it.
I thought that Gore could have used Clinton by his side. He made a mistake when he was running to not have Clinton by his side.
Well,
and
back then, though, I mean, Clinton was a lightning rod.
Well, but the proof is in the pudding. He lost the election. Well, some people say he didn't, but still. I think that Clinton next to him would have said, we have a great economy, we've got a lot of things going on in the country.
The reason he lost was he was so wooden, right? He never really connected.
But that was and that was something that really always bothered me because it never came through in person.
What kind of a guy
he was in private.
Al Gore?
Al Gore, because I found him to be one of the most genuine, kind people and smartest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Well, he may get another chance because the rumor is he's going to run.
And here's my ticket. Gore for president, Hillary for vice president.
She'll never run for vice. Never.
No way.
Why not?
No way.
She wouldn't.
He wants to beat her. He would want to beat her on that ticket because, you know, he got the raw end of the deal when her husband was having issues in his office.
I don't agree with that.
I think so. I think it'd be the sweetest revenge on his part.
Please.
And he's got a tan, so he's got a great chance with the cameras now. He looks good.
Gore has a better shot in the primaries because he didn't do anything on the right, whereas Clinton moved slightly to the right. Hillary Clinton.
Well, she pandered.
Gore did not yet. So therefore, he has a better shot with the Democrats in the primaries.
Notice that you said yet, because with all politicians, everybody
you got to get that nomination.
Something else. You know, President Bush has said that there were not going to be tax increases across the board, and
well,
you have to change.
But look at
McCain.
McCain is moving more to the right because he needs his base to nominate him for president, and the same goes for Gore and Hillary.
So, is there a possibility for anybody to just say what they think and let the chips fall where they may? Yes, you can do it, but
we're furious with the Dixie Chicks. That's it. That's saying what we think. All right. I just want you all to know, we got to go, but that beginning today, I'm never going to sleep through the night. Ben, my son, called me at 8:30 this morning and said, Mom, I passed the driver's test. My life is over. We'll be right back with Edie Falco.
Looking at the world in a brand new way. Just one thing I'd like to say. Oh, what a day. Oh, what a day.
Make today a Dixie Day. Unlike most ordinary paper plates, it only takes one Dixie plate to hold up to whatever you dish out. So make it a Dixie Day and make time for memories.
Studies suggest that people who drink milk regularly tend to weigh less and have less body fat than those who don't. So drink 24 ounces of low-fat or fat-free milk every 24 hours as part of your reduced-calorie diet. Just one more reason milk is good for you. Milk your diet. Lose weight. For more on the science, visit 2424milk.com.
Let's face it, with everywhere you take your hair, it thirsts for moisture. Now take your hair to a place it will thrive. The next level of care with Nexus. Therapy shampoo and humectress conditioner. Salon proven, scientifically developed. Nutrients that take your hair beyond healthy, beyond shiny, beyond beauty. Take your hair to the Nexus level with Nexus Salon Hair Care.
Ah, vacation at last.
I needed this.
We'll just play all day in our cute new suits.
Hey, a new girl. She's wearing a diaper.
It's like the ones we wore last summer.
I hope she's not going in the water.
Me too.
Don't do it!
These little swimmers' swim pants protect like a diaper, but won't swell up like one.
Bye-bye vacation.
Awarded Good Housekeeping's Good Buy of the Decade.
I never thought I'd switch toothpaste.
Can switching your toothpaste really improve the health of your teeth and gums?
I thought toothpaste was toothpaste.
Not true. Only Colgate Total fights germs for a full 12 hours to protect against plaque, gingivitis, and bad breath.
After I switched, the dentist said there was less plaque between my teeth.
My gums were healthier.
I didn't realize my teeth and gums would be that much healthier just from switching to Colgate Total.
Switch to the #1 recommended most by dentists. Colgate Total will give you a healthier mouth, guaranteed.
You should try it.
Before I quit, I'd have to walk 10 feet in front of my wife and daughter when I left a restaurant. And, it just got old. It's easier with Nicoderm CQ. It's not cool to be a dad who smokes.
And the woman behind the counter said, oh, you should try this lip cream. It's great for those lines around the lips. I'm getting lines around the lips, and that's gotta be from smoking. I quit. I think my skin looks a lot better. It feels a lot better.
Stubborn warts? Why wait for a doctor when you can do the same treatment at home? Introducing Dr. Scholl's Dual Action Freeze Away. It's twice as effective as freezing alone. It combines freeze technology and a maximum strength liquid. To remove large warts, see the doctor. Dr. Scholl's.
Only Tampax Pearl gives you awesome protection plus a unique leak-catching braid. The braid makes you brave.
Tonight.
Where is everybody?
Disneyland. 8 travelers drawn together by fate.
What in the name of God is going on?
To a town evil calls home.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Catch a tourist by the toe.
A world premiere movie event.
Don't you scream. Don't you shout. Time has come to take you.
Stephen King's Desperation. Tonight, 8/7 Central. Only on ABC.
There was this one night in the hospital when it was very touch and go with Tony. He came out of the coma for a minute and he said, who am I? Where am I going? You know, at the time, I didn't know what he meant. Coming here, I feel the same way. Isn't that odd?
This season of The Sopranos has taken twists and turns no one saw coming. So what can we possibly expect on the upcoming season finale? Let's see if we can get even a little hint from Mrs. Soprano herself. Please welcome back Edie Falco.
Come on, you really go.
Thank you. Hi, how are you?
Welcome back. You look stunning. You are so beautiful. Thank you.
You know, I'm really shocked. The new look is stunning.
Is it?
Yeah,
you look great. I didn't know it was a new look, but all right.
You know, Edie, it's so funny because every time I see you and I think, I mean, because we're obsessed with The Sopranos, like half of the world. Then I look at you and I always go to your hands first because Carmela has these long, crazy nails, and you are just so ingrained in our hearts as Carmela, and you're not Carmela at all.
No, she's an actress.
An award-winning, multiple award-winning actress. Thank you. So now, Sunday, June 4th is the last new episode of The Sopranos until early next year when the final 8 episodes, period, will air, okay? Now, we ask you this all the time. Can you give us anything at all?
We about need the last 8, you mean?
About anything. About just, we got the season finale coming up. We know it's going to end. Give us something. We're your girls. The Dixie Chicks distance. Help us out.
I was going to say,
Come on, Edie.
do you knock them off in the last 8 episodes? You know what? I don't know the first thing about the last 8 episodes. Really? My hand to, you know. Yes.
What would you like to see happen?
I have no ideas in that regard. I'm embarrassed to say. I'm going Star.
Bella Mafia. I think you should be.
I'm so there. I would so love it.
I would love for you to take over the family.
I keep throwing those little tidbits of information to the writers, and they are completely uninterested. So
really,
but I keep trying.
You know, Edie, this season was lately Vito. The whole storyline with Vito was a little bit Brokeback Braja. So my question to you,
I believe it is my obligation to say that we shot all of this stuff long before Brokeback Mountain happened. So they were copying Vito's storyline.
Yes. And Joe Gianniscoli, is that his name?
Joe Gianniscoli.
He said that it's sort of, he read about some mafioso who was gay, and they put the thing in there.
It was all his idea.
It was a great storyline. I'm wondering, how did the gay community take it? You know, had the
I am just heard actually this morning that it actually has been really good. Because we didn't know. We didn't know how it would be taken. I know. I think they were saying largely because, you know, we live in New York City, which is its own thing, but the rest of the country, it's not quite as accepting of other lifestyles. So it was pretty realistic, the way this wound up.
And it made sense that the mob would be homophobic. I mean, that makes sense. And they're gangsters.
Should we be paying any attention to rumors that Carmela will get killed off in the... Should we...
That's the first time I heard that.
Oh, there have been rumors
that Carmela would get killed?
I've never heard that.
So we shouldn't pay attention.
Tony would go to the mattresses if something happened.
I don't know. You know, the truth is none of us are safe. Anything could happen. My hand to God, we read every script like this. Like, oh, on the next page, on the next page. You are going to start shooting the last 8 in a few weeks. Yeah. So who are you going to miss the most, you think? Or what are you going to miss the most? When you're done. Oh, you know, it's impossible to say. And I have a particular fondness for Uncle Junior. I just think he is the most magnificent actor. He's right. I mean, everybody's great.
Very good actor.
If you meet the people and you meet the characters, there's the biggest distance between him and his character. He's like a real, he's a serious artist. He's a singer, but he's also like between, I mean, he's a classical actor and classically trained, and I'm just amazed at how he can make me laugh just by looking through his glasses, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I said that you are ingrained in our minds as Carmela, but a lot of people don't like to be put, you know, in the one box. Would you ever do the mobster's wife or the gangster thing again? Because it's so not you.
It's unlikely that I would. I mean, that's why when I auditioned for Sopranos, I never thought I'd get cast. Because in my stereotypical sort of brain, I thought I don't look Italian. There are a lot of actresses who do, and that's who they'll go for. So I was surprised in the first place that this job was even mine.
So what did you do on the audition that got you the part? Do you remember? Was it
I didn't care.
You didn't care.
Indifference.
I'm telling you, it's a very powerful place to approach anything. Yes,
absolutely.
I was working on Oz. I had too much going on. I was, you know, all right, I'll do this thing, and then I ran out and didn't think about it. I got the call the next day.
Zen.
Yeah. Never happened before. Has not happened since.
And you know what? It's sad to say goodbye to things, but you will have more time now to spend with your son Anderson.
That's
when this is over. It was a year and a half, so it's a precious time in his life. And you've said that you were never one of those women who heard the clock and thought, I really, really want to have kids. So what was it then? I don't really know. I think it's kind of bigger than us. It's biological. It's my guess, because I never was a kid woman. And then it just started. It like taps you on the shoulder. Does not leave you alone. Because when it became really powerful for me to want to have a kid, it was not convenient. But it didn't matter. It never is. I know, exactly. I hear that as well. But it just got stronger and stronger and stronger until you do something about it. Yeah. And you did? And I did.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Edie, on behalf of all of us sitting here at this couch, Sopranos is a part of our lives. It's ingrained in the culture of our society, and you're a really major part of it. Thank you so much. Because I can't even think of The Sopranos without Carmela. Our thanks to Edie Falco.
Thank
the last
you.
new episode of the year of The Sopranos airs Sunday, June 4th. Check your local listings for times, and we'll be right back with the winner of American Inventor. Stay right there.
There are more than 29 million Americans without insurance who need help paying for their medicines. That's why there's the Partnership for Prescription Assistance. Through this free service, people who need help can call 1-888-4PPA now to see if they may qualify. Many get their medicines for free or nearly free, and I'm talking more than 2,500 brand name and generic medicines. Do you need help? Write down the number you see. It's your medicine. It's your life. It's your time to call.
You guys want to sit here?
I guess so.
I guess we could. Let's do this. Yeah.
No, just put this on here.
Need a place to sit? All Martha Stewart Everyday Garden Patio on sale. This week, only at Kmart.
I'm just gonna come out with it. Will you marry me?
Island Fruits Pinot Grigio? I didn't know Arbor Mist had that. Have you tried their Sangria Zinfandel?
Arbor Mist, 10 delicious flavors. Can't resist the mist.
Do you often worry or feel stressed out?
With stress, I eat more, I gain weight.
Take back control. Diet, exercise, and follow a stress management program that includes Cortislim Original. That's the Cortislim lifestyle.
I'm living the Cortislim lifestyle, and I feel great.
With the Leak Guard core and unique Leak Guard barriers, no Ultra protects you better against leaks than always. Now that's a lockdown on leaks. Have a happy period, always.
So, you have dry, cracked, scaly feet and heels, and moisturizing hasn't helped? It's not enough to take care of your feet. Take cure of your feet with Lamisil AT Cream. That condition you have may be a type of athlete's foot. Lamisil AT is clinically proven to cure it. For beautifully healthy feet, take cure of your feet with Lamisil AT. Now, to keep those fabulous feet silky smooth, introducing Lamisilk Intensive Foot Therapy. Now in your foot care aisle. Go to takecure.com for great savings.
Brilliant results require a brilliant solution. Introducing Windex cloths, the revolutionary dry microfiber cloths that do the work of up to a dozen store brand paper towels. New Windex cloths, brilliant on everything.
Long ago, nature brought 8 vegetables together to create a powerful form of vegetable nutrition. Turns out nature is one heck of a gardener. V8 100% vegetable juice. Don't just live, thrive.
We're from Indiana, the winner of American Inventor when The View returns on ABC.
Todd Manning murdered Margaret Cochran and his unborn son.
There's still hope.
He's a dead man walking, and the only ones who can save him.
We don't land soon.
Todd's going to die for killing someone who's very much alive.
Are in a race against time. One life to live.
Behind this mask is the most talked about face in all the world. The first person ever to have another face surgically transplanted onto her own. Now, for the first time, truly see Isabel. Barbara Walters hosts a special primetime Thursday at 10/9 Central on ABC.
Massage therapy is quickly becoming a popular career choice. With Ashmead College's hands-on training, you can become a massage therapist in about a year. In our classes, you'll learn all the major techniques, including Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue massage, even aromatherapy. And when you graduate, you'll have a wide range of employment options, including spas, cruise ships, health clubs, and more. For information about this fun and rewarding career, call Ashmead College at 800-861-1353. Call today.
I'm very nervous about the competition today.
They said it would be tough and funny.
I'm kind of nervous, but like I've done stuff like this before.
True or false? Your brain is 3/4 water.
True.
Washing dishes by hand uses less water than running the dishwasher.
False.
Turning off the water while brushing your teeth can save up to 200 gallons per week.
True. Conserving water is easy.
Need an excuse not to do yard work this Memorial weekend? How about a few hundred?
Finding the bargains is easy at Furniture Row's Memorial Day Savings Event, especially with our limited time offer of no interest until 2010, plus no payments for the first year. That's no interest until 2010 and special prices on top of Furniture Row's 200% guaranteed lowest price pledge. Furniture Row Outlet, making sure your bank account gets some rest with no interest until 2010 and no payments for the first year.
The K2 Storm Alert Weather Team, only on K2 News.
America voted the winner of American Inventor 2006 is Janusz Liberkowski.
Janusz Lieberkowski took home the $1 million prize on American Inventor last week, and he is here to tell us how the tragic loss of his daughter provided the inspiration that helped him win it all. Please welcome Janusz Lieberkowski. Welcome to you. Congratulations, by the way, on your invention and the $1 million prize. We want to talk about what you invented. It's the Anisha Survival Capsule car seat, and it's named after your daughter, who died when she was 21 years old. She was in a car accident 7 years ago. What inspired about her death inspired you to create a car seat for a baby?
When we are ready in our life to sacrifice our life for our children.
Sure.
And in some tragic event like that, there's the fight inside. Something already is dead there, but you are fighting, you are trying to do something, and that was sort of release of that pain, of that tragic thing.
And why a baby car seat?
It wasn't baby at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was thinking about putting a sort of different kind of structure inside of the body of the car to make the survival capsule built in the body of the car for all the passengers, but in a certain point I realized it's too big.
Too big, okay.
And this idea came.
Well, the moms out there, first of all, I can speak for one with a small baby. Thank you for putting all of your efforts towards this. And this is the final version that you have, but it wasn't always looking like this. We actually have B-roll of what it looked like in the beginning. There you have it. So it's come a long way from the yellow mold that started off. How exactly does this work?
Okay, let me show you.
If I were going to use this with grace.
Okay. If this is the front of the car, in the moment of impact, the seat will perform that kind of thing.
Does it flip over?
It will later, but in the split second, in about 70 milliseconds, when the force is coming to the baby will be in that kind of position, pushed inside a cushion of the seat. What is very important in every car seats is the holding of the baby.
Yeah.
In normal car seats, whatever
to hold
we have
the baby in.
Not I don't want to hold here. Here we are not holding baby, sort of trying to fight with the force of the. We are just repositioning the.
You're working with the force.
That's correct.
So
That's correct.
So
this is the front impact. This is the side impact. Nothing on the market right now can prevent baby from the side impact.
So this is the only one. How long did it take you? How long have you been working on this?
About 5 years. 2 years after my daughter passed away.
How much money have you spent on this?
About $1,000.
Well, now you made $1 million, so it's
exactly.
profit.
Yeah, it all evens out.
Can Britney Spears use this, do you think?
I think even her, even she can use that.
This is supposed to be in the back of the back seat or the front seat? You put it in the back.
Yeah, you can put on the front even.
Yeah.
Because it's so
when the
safe.
airbag opens, then the
Yeah,
airbag
doesn't
will hit
matter.
the front.
Airbag will be somewhere here, so you can switch off the airbag.
Wow.
So now, Janusz, I want the audience to know you're a mechanical engineer who's originally from Poland, but you live in Los Gatos, California.
That's correct.
How did you hear about American Inventor, and what was the process to become a part of the show?
It was in November last year. On the 15th of November, I'm receiving a lot of professional magazines, and it was advertising about audition in San Francisco. And I prepared in 2 days my presentation. I went there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was about 700 in the line.
So like American Idol for smart people.
That's it. And there were about, I think, 1,500 or maybe 2,000 people in San Francisco only. So.
Not only did you win the $1 million, but you also have the CEO of Inventor and in your corner, and they announced that they're going to work with you to develop this.
Yeah, I'm very happy about it.
Well, that's pretty good news. they don't mess around. But are you going to quit your job as a mechanical engineer?
I already quit my job because of the competition.
Oh.
Oh, you had to, you mean, to get to work on this?
Because we were involved. That's life. You have to go in certain direction.
Why didn't you do this in Poland? Why'd you wait till you came here to
It doesn't matter. Right now it's a global market. We will build here. We will sell in Poland. It doesn't matter. We will sell everywhere.
But
I would like to sell them in China, India,
I'm
everywhere.
sure you will, but there was no Simon Cowell in Poland, right? That's the problem.
So Janusz, Anisha was your only child, and when she passed away, you and your wife decided to try to have more children, even though you were much older. And with a lot of prayers, you now have 18-month-old twins. Is that right?
That's correct.
Isn't that wonderful? Jason and Myrelle. And I have
have to imagine that these two little lives have changed your life.
Absolutely.
And that $1 million will be real helpful for your family, right?
It will, but right now I'm putting this on the side, this $1 million, in case I will need to support this product. This is very important for me.
And it's the greatest way to honor your daughter's memory by helping so many other families and children. It's a wonderful thing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So deserve it.
Thank you for having me here.
Our thanks to Edie Falco, and you can catch a whole new season of American Inventor next year right here on ABC. We'll be right back.
I can't concentrate. Could I be pregnant?
When you need to know if you're pregnant, nothing is more accurate than EPT. It's over 99% accurate. EPT, so accurate, we call it the error-proof test.
It's good to know.
What's wrong?
Upset about eye allergies? There's a Visine for that. Visine A provides powerful relief of itchy red allergy eyes. Clinical studies prove it. Eye allergies? There's a Visine for that.
What would happen if every woman in the world tried Rembrandt whitening strips? What would happen if they each experienced the unique design that form-fits to your teeth, fitting every smile beautifully so they whiten faster in just 5 days? What would happen on that 5th day? If a single smile can light up a room, well, their smiles would light up the world. Rembrandt whitening strips, a whole new world of white.
Enter the deep end of moisture. Only new Olay Ribbons Body Wash adds a ribbon of actual moisture. The rich lather swirls across the contours of your body, wrapping skin in 2 times the moisturizers. New Olay Ribbons Body Wash in lotion, cream, or body butter. Ribbons make everything beautiful. Love the skin you're in.
What makes Fruit 2O the ideal water? It's water flavored by nature, with natural fruit essence, 0 carbs, and 0 calories. When water tastes this good, it's easier to drink more. New Tropical Fruit 2O. Fresh picked water.
My baby left for college. And for the mess he left, I needed a pain reliever for my back. Took some classes of my own and got something else for arthritis pain. Went high-tech and needed a headache medicine, too. Every new pain, a different pain reliever. But now, Advil is my every pain reliever. Advil works wherever I hurt, and nothing's proven stronger on tough pain. So, whatever happens, happens. I'm all Advil.
New Color Stay Active Light Makeup from Revlon. The smooth, even finish wears long, feels light, so you look naturally beautiful no matter what. Sweat-proof, sun-proof, rub-off-proof. New Color Stay Active Light Makeup from Revlon.
KY Touch Warming Body Massage and Personal Lubricant.
KY Touch Massage, the only body massage and personal lubricant that warms on contact. KY Touch Massage.
Unfold, unwind, and float away. Spring Float Recliner and Original Spring Float. The quickest way to get away and get back. Spring Float from Swimways.
Mega M&Ms. You wouldn't want them any bigger.
Wilcox! Are you sick and tired of the high gas prices?
It cost me like $60 just to fill my car up.
Devices on the market claim to save you gas. But are they for real? Tonight at 6:30 on KATU News, 2 on Your Side's Ed Teachout examines gas saver products and puts one to the test.
This gas gizmo promises to improve your vehicle's mileage. But is it worth your money?
Tonight, find out how it's supposed to work and if it really saves you trips to the pump. Gas saver, smart buy, or scam. Tonight at 6:30 on KATU News.
If you think that Beach is out of reach this season because cause of spider veins of cellulite. Get ready to break out that swimsuit because new technology will get rid of both problems all summer long. And here to show us how is new beauty magazine editor-at-large, Marie Zenko-Cashel. Welcome, Marie.
Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you, Star.
I want to start with this first treatment, which you say is perfect for getting rid of spider veins, right?
You got it. We're going to send those spiders scrambling away. Dr. Bruce Katz is here to show us the Cynosure Synergy Laser. It's the newest technology in getting rid of spider veins.
Okay.
First, we are going to put on these safety goggles. This is a laser. One of the safety precautions is to protect the eyes. The other precaution is to have a qualified doctor, a dermatologist or plastic surgeon. Dr. Katz is a dermatologist.
Okay.
So what Dr. Katz is doing, the light beam, two different sources of light are emitted onto the spider vein. They simply attack the blood, coagulate it, the vein is obliterated, the surrounding tissue is left healthy and intact. You might need 1 to 3 treatments to completely clear the leg. We have some before and after results that we can show you. About $400 to $600 a treatment. Wow. There's not a lot of downtime with this. You might have a little bruising, a little streaking after the treatment, but we can completely clear the spider veins from the legs.
Okay. So
what are the pros and the cons, though? That's the thing that worries me.
Really, the only con for this is that you shouldn't use it for the larger varicose type or bluish veins. These are only for the fine spider veins.
Okay.
There's really not a lot of potential for any injury because, again, these are just the spider vein, the benign veins.
Gotcha.
A little bruising, a little discoloration, that's your downtime.
Not a whole lot of pain.
And 3 to 4 treatments.
A little bit of snapping, a little bit of energy. 1 to 3 treatments, really. In 3 treatments, you should get complete clearing.
Okay. Another option that we want to talk about for getting rid of spider veins is called sclerotherapy. Is that correct? And this is here, we're looking at it here, and this is a little more invasive, we'll call this.
Well, sclerotherapy is the original treatment to treat spider and leg veins. This is much better for the larger leg veins. Again, they must be benign veins. Sclerotherapy has been around for about 100 years. We've got some before and after images. Dr. Marina Pareto is here, and she's going to show us. What happens is that a sclerosing solution, something that is going to basically go into the vein,
I don't want to see this.
push the blood out, and irritate the walls of the vein. So again, it collapses and it's obliterated. As you can see, it's just traveling. The solution travels right through the vein and seals it away, pushing the blood out.
It went right away.
Yeah, it's gone.
So
it's gone.
You have to be pretty precise then, getting that right.
Well, indeed you do, and that's part of the reason for having a qualified doctor. The other reason is that there's a very limited risk, if you don't have a benign vein, of potentially developing a blood clot. You want to make sure that your doctor is well equipped, well qualified to be able to do this. 1 to 3 treatments, much like the laser. $400 to $600 a treatment, much like the laser. Again, this is the bigger veins. You might have some cramping, a little bit of a stinging sensation.
So, I just want to be clear. You say this is better for the bigger veins.
Bigger, benign veins.
Will they come back after these treatments?
The same veins will not come back. You always have the potential for developing new veins. That's why it's important to have good, healthy circulation in your legs to prevent the veins from forming in the first place.
Okay. All right, great. Well, another thing I want to talk about today is cellulite. It plagues pretty much every woman, especially when the thought of getting into a bathing suit is nearing. This is called VelaSmooth.
This is called VelaSmooth.
And how does this exactly work?
Well, VelaSmooth is a step up from what was the original technology to treat cellulite. We can treat it, we can't cure it. We can make it look better. So earlier we pre-taped, this is Dr. Sharon Giese, her patient. You can see the cellulite when you're standing. The technology of VelaSmooth is this. It's a massaging and rolling action, much like endermology, which was a precursor, but it also adds to it a light and radio frequency energy, penetrates the skin to help shrink some of the fat cells and contract the elastin fibers that actually weaken and cause cellulite as we age. This will require about 10 to 12 treatments to see your initial results, can cost as much as $3,000 for that cycle. And then afterwards, about every 6 to 8 weeks, you'll want to have a treatment to maintain the results. We have some before and afters of a patient who's had the full cycle of treatment so that you can see it really does a beautiful job of taking care of kind of that lumpy bumpiness, the little bit of orange peel skin that develops.
All right. Can you just do this with your vacuum cleaner at home and save $3,000? I'm just wondering, because I might try it.
Is it painful at all? Because I know that's what a lot of
It's actually a massaging, warming action. It's actually very comfortable. There are people who say, hey, can you keep doing it? Because it really feels good, actually, on the
Not when it
skin.
costs $3,000, can you keep doing it, keep moving?
Now, one thing women also complain about are bigger dimples, okay, that are pretty indented. How do you treat that? You do this with Restylane, is that right?
Restylane is what we have here today. Restylane is a facial filler typically used to fill facial creases and wrinkles and even to enhance the lips. We have Dr. Jeanette Graff here, who is actually injecting the Restylane dimple, and what she's doing is filling it out so that it can raise the skin tissue and create a nice smooth effect.
Oh, I see that happening.
Okay, so
and it does happen fairly quickly.
It happens instantaneously. We've got some results up on the screen. Anywhere from $600 on up for this treatment. The results will last about 6 months, but as you can see, Grace had some great, incredible improvement.
So this is something that you would do leading right up to the summer, and you'd have to do it again every year.
I would do it 2 weeks before the beach, because you might have a little redness or swelling after the treatment that you'll want to go away before you hit the beach.
Okay, now how painful? Come on, needle.
You know what? A little bit of topical anesthetic and you're fine.
Okay, great. And do you have to be careful of the sun when you're doing most of these, right? If you're going to hit...
With any one of these, for the 2 weeks that you might have some post-redness or swelling, stay out of the sun, because that can cause some pigmentation problems. Regardless of hitting the beach, have your sunscreen on.
Okay.
Doesn't matter whether you've been treated or not.
Thank you so much. Our thanks to Marie Zengo-Kusha and the doctors and their patients for joining us today. When we come back, R&B star Neo is singing his latest hit. We're ready for the beach now.
I know you. You're sitting there with rheumatoid arthritis. This is one of your good days, right? And you're gonna wait. Till when? Till you can't turn on a light? A piece of advice about waiting? Don't. Not when there's Humira. Talk with a rheumatologist today. Humira doesn't just help stop the pain and stiffness, it can even slow the progress of RA. Because just sitting there, your joints could be deteriorating, and when they're gone, they're gone.
Some people with heart failure should not take Humira. Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. So tell your doctor right away if you have ever had tuberculosis or are prone to infection, or if you get an infection. Do not start Humira if you have an infection such as an open sore or the flu. There have been rare reports of serious and sometimes fatal infections and tuberculosis. Blood disorders, nervous system disorders, serious allergic reactions, and lymphoma have occurred.
Do it. Talk with a rheumatologist about Humira.
The drawing rooms of London had not prepared us for this new world. We were overcome by the very fruits and birds and trees.
Introduce yourself to the new classics from today's Ethan Allen.
The air was thick with perfume.
An unexpected marriage of simple elegance and timeless soul.
The seduction was complete.
Discover a modern take on classics. It's Ethan Allen, redefined. In stores now.
Your work clothes?
Girl,
your play clothes.
Be with you all of the time.
Yep, they're the same clothes. Tide with bleach. No other leading detergent can get your whites any whiter. So looking great is child's play. Tide knows fabrics best.
Campbell's tomato soup, possibilities. With the grilled cheese dunk, it's a hit. Goldfish crackers bit by bit. Tomato soup is so much fun. Such tasty ways it can be done. Possibilities.
Great music speaks louder than words. Taking the Long Way, the new album from the biggest selling female group in history, the Dixie Chicks. Featuring Not Ready to Make Nice and Everybody Knows. Dixie Chicks, Taking the Long Way, in stores and online now.
Everybody knows.
Little bear, I got your toothpaste. Oreo train toothpaste.
Very good.
Mommy thinks so, too.
Origel's safe to swallow, fluoride-free, and has great flavors.
My thumb.
Origel, what moms want and kids love.
Tu sais, moi, ce qui me ferait très plaisir.
Faut réfléchir.
Pour morder. Ah, garçon, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire?
Mais qu'est-ce que c'est?
New Liquid Plumber Power Jet. Blast clogs away in 3 seconds. Far away.
It's an ordinary day.
With Playtex Gentle Glide, it's just another day. It's the only tampon with not 1 but 2 soft layers for incredible protection. The right protection makes all the difference. Playtex, it's just another day.
Wednesday. The answers you've been waiting for are here in the 2-hour season finale. What happens when the countdown ends?
None of this is real.
Why did Flight 815 really crash?
No,
Tell them the truth. Tell them! And has salvation finally arrived?
Are we rescued? Are we saved?
This is The Lost that changes everything. The season finale, Wednesday, 9/8 Central, right after a Lost special, only on ABC.
All this week on The View, Lost star Harold Perrineau. Even if you watched every show in May, you didn't see him the way Joy did on her hilarious month in review. And Halle Berry. All that and more this week on The View.
And welcome back. Neo is about to come out and sing. I know you have a story.
I'm so excited about this young man. You know, I love to discover new music. Diana Krall here on our show. Peel Me a Grape.
The Dixie Chicks. Yeah, the Dixie Chicks.
Alicia Keys, first time again here with this show. She comes back again and again. I met Al at Alicia Keys' launch party, and I went to Neo's launch party the very first time to hear him sing. So something really great I hope happens to him.
It will. It will.
Great singer, and good luck to
We're
him.
launching Absolutely.
Yet another star.
Exactly.
Isn't that great?
We'll never come on again. No, only kidding. And for the Dixie Chicks, we'd love to have you back. Have a great day, everyone, and take a little time to enjoy The View. But first, here to sing his hit, When You're Mad, off of his CD, In My Own Words, please welcome Neo.
Check. It's just the cutest thing when you get to fussing, yelling and throwing things. I just wanna eat you up. I don't mean no disrespect when I start staring, knowing that it makes you mad. I'm sorry, but see you get mad is so sexy, yeah.
Could it be the little wrinkle over your nose?
When you make your angry face,
that makes me wanna just take off all your
ooh, and sexual over the place, yeah.
Could it be the little way you storm around?
That makes me wanna tear you down. Baby, I'm not sure, but one thing that I do know is every time you scream at me,
I wanna kiss you.
When you put your hands on me,
I wanna touch you.
When we get to arguing, yeah,
just gotta kiss you.
Oh,
baby, I don't know why you like that,
but you're just so damn sexy.
When you're mad,
baby, don't think I don't
take you seriously,
but I just can't help the fact your attitude excites me.
So exciting.
And you know ain't nothing better
than when we get
mad together and have angry sex. Hey, then we forget what we was mad about. Oh,
little wrinkle over your nose.
When you make your angry face,
that makes me wanna just take off all your
hey, and sexual over the place.
Could it be the little way you storm around?
That makes me wanna tear you down. Baby, I'm not sure, but one thing that I do know is every time you scream at me, yeah,
I wanna kiss you.
Baby, when you put your hands on me,
I wanna touch you.
I said when we get to arguing, yeah,
just
yeah,
gotta kiss you.
Hey, hey,
I don't know why you like that,
but you're just so damn sexy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Lost, the 2-hour season finale, Wednesday at 9/8 Central, only on ABC.